Good morning, friendly faces of Kent. Welcome to another session of Let's Cook Together. I can't believe another week's gone by already and we're already into September. This week we're going to be making some lovely chicken and bacon parcels which are stuffed in lovely crispy puff pastry. So let's get cooking. These lovely parcels can be cooked ahead of time and eaten cold, or you can eat them straight away with vegetables and new potatoes.
Fry the bacon rashers in a little of the olive oil. When crispy, remove and place on a piece of kitchen roll to absorb any of the excess fat. If you don't have any leftover chicken, you can always cook it from fresh. Pop it into the pan of bacon fat and cook through thoroughly. Once the chicken's cooked, remove it from the pan and add the onions and cook until browned. Leave the chicken and bacon to cool slightly and then dice the chicken and tear the bacon into pieces. So now we're ready to mix everything together. So in a large bowl we're going to mix the chicken and the bacon pieces, the browned onions, soft cream cheese, seasoning and some fresh thyme. Add the cream cheese to the bowl and season with a little salt and pepper. Also add the thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, you can always use dried. Give the cream cheese a good stir just to soften it. Next we add the cooked onions and the meat. Once everything's combined together, we're ready to make our pastry parcels. Remove the pastry from the fridge about 20 minutes before you need it to allow it to come up to room temperature. Although I'm using a non-stick tray here, I do always like to put some baking parchment on just to make sure that the pastry doesn't stick. Transfer your pastry onto the baking sheet, that way you won't have to pick up the parcels once you've made them. Slice the sheet into 3 even pieces. Mark each piece of pastry into thirds, but don't use the knife to cut through, just leave a very faint line. Using the lines as a guide, place the filling in the centre, but try not to go over the lines. With a sharp knife, cut off the top 2 corners of your rectangle. Down the sides, make cuts about 1 centimetre apart, diagonally facing downwards. Turn the pastry and repeat on the opposite side. Try to get the lines in the same place each side. Make 2 small cuts which will allow you a little flap to put over each end to seal it. Starting from the top, take a strip from each side and cross them over the centre of the parcel. You don't have to cross the whole thing over, they just have to cross in the middle. And work your way down to the bottom, crossing over alternate strips until you've finished. Compact the parcels slightly to make them more solid by pressing at each end. Once all your parcels are finished, glaze with a beaten egg. Pop your parcels into a preheated oven 180 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. And here's your tasty chicken and bacon parcels, flavoured with fresh thyme in a light, flaky pastry.
So thanks for following along today and hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye!